Good morning, everyone. Welcome to A Division of Excellence. I am Shivajit, continuing BT 365 of Vision IS. Okay, so today we will be starting with a new topic from topic number 3. I hope आप सब मेरे पहले वीडियो देख लिए हैं और जो भी इम्पोर्टेंट लाइन्स है शायद अंडरलाइन भी कर लिए होंगे. ठीक है, सो प्लीज़ रिविजन मेंटेन कीजिएगा ताकि आप सबके लिए भी बेहतर हो और मेरे लिए भी बेहतर हो. तो चलो आज का नया टॉपिक शुरू करते हैं. So today's topic is pollution. Under pollution, the first topic is air pollution. The Air Quality Management Exchange Platform. Climate and Clean Air Coalition launched Air Quality Management Exchange Platform in the backdrop of International Day for Clean Air for Blue Skies. So please remember Climate and Clean Air Coalition, which is launched Air Quality Management Exchange Platform. So it is led by Union Environmental Program. This year theme focuses on invest in clean air now. Okay, so please remember United Nations Environmental Program. Its main theme is invest in clean air. Okay, India is a member of Climate and Clean Air Coalition. Please remember India is a member of Climate and Clean Air Coalition. Okay, it was to reduce the powerful but short-lived climate pollutant like methane, carbon, hydrochlorocarbon, tropospheric ozons. Okay, now next, Global's nitrous oxide assessment report. It is also released by CCSE, means and Climate and Clean Air Coalition. Okay, it is the first international report focused solely on nitrous oxide. So laughing gas, nitrous oxide also is called laughing gas. Next is fuel gas desulfurization. Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change made it mandatory for all coal-based thermal power plants to install fuel gas desulfurization system. So, Ministry of Environment, Forest, what it is means mandatory? The mandatory is the installation of fuel gas desulfurization. मतलब अगर सल्फर डायरेक्टली रिलीज होता है एनवायरनमेंट पे तो वो एसिड पे कन्वर्ट हो जाता है. अगर एसिड में कन्वर्ट हुआ तो बोथ एनवायरनमेंट एज वेल एज लैंड वाटर सबके लिए हानिकारक हो सकता है. तो इसलिए मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ एनवायरनमेंट ने ये कंपलसरी कर दिया है कि आपको क्या इंस्टॉल करना पड़ेगा, फ्यूल गैस डिसल्फराइजेशन. सो नेक्स्ट, मूविंग टू द नेक्स्ट इज वाटर पोल्यूशन एंड कंजर्वेशन. सो वाटर कंजर्वेशन इन इंडिया, ग्राउंड वाटर. So please remember, groundwater is under by Ministry of Jal Shakti. Okay. So Dynamic Groundwater Resource Assessment Report. Dynamic Groundwater Resource Assessment Report is released by Ministry of Jal Shakti. Okay. Next. So some of the traditional ways of conserving water are like, see, Jal Mandir in Gujarat, Khatri or Kuhi, Himachal Pradesh, Jabo, Nagaland, Eri, Oranis, Tamil Nadu, Dongs, Assam, Katas and Bandhas, Odisha and Madhya Pradesh, Par or Jharkhand, Rajasthan and part Madhya Pradesh. Okay, the central government initiative Jal Jeevan Mission, components of Prime Minister Krishi Sinchay Yojana or Har Khet Ka Pani, Atal Bhujal Yojana, Power Tariff Policy 2016 and the National Water Policy. कुछ स्टेट गवर्नमेंट की इनिशिएटिव देख लेते हैं, जैसे कि नीरू चेतु, जल जीवन हरियाली, नेक्स्ट जल है जीवन है, नेक्स्ट मिशन ककातिया. ओके, नेक्स्ट टॉपिक इज जल ही अमृत. दिस इज अ स्कीम. सो दिस इनिशिएटिव वाज लॉन्च्ड अंडर अमृत अटल मिशन फॉर रिजुविनेशन एंड अर्बन ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन 2.0 during the 100 days agenda of the government. Background: building on the success of Amrut 1.0, the second phase aims to create a water secure cities. So the Amrut 2.0, its aim is to create a water secure cities. So please remember Amrut 2.0, its aim is to create a water secure cities. Okay. Next, Jali Amrit is a part of Amrut 2.0 mission. Okay. Next, so what is the difference between Amrut 1.0 and Amrut 2.0? Amrut 1.0 is launched in 2015, whereas Amrut 2.0 is launched in 2021. Mission period 5 years. Here is also 5 years. So it is 2021. So 2026 is the end period, whereas Amrut 1 is 2020. Its coverage is 500 cities and towns, and here Amrut 2.0 is all statutory towns in the country. So there is no such restrictions. All statutory town. Okay. It focuses on water supply, sewerage and septic management, and stormwater drainage, green space and parks, and non-motorized urban transport. And here is universal coverage of water supplies of the functional taps of all the households in all the territory towns in the country, covering sewage management in 500 cities. So there are some water about water recycling and use. So see, water reuse technology. So how we can reuse the water? How we can reuse the water? Means the water which means जो पानी हमने पहले यूज कर चुके हैं उसको फिर से कैसे यूज करें? So there are some of the techniques. One is membrane bioreactor. So see, membrane bioreactor is what it is. It uses membrane to separate biomass and metabolites from the final product. अब मेम्ब्रेन एक वो होता है जिसके द्वारा हम वाटर में जितना भी बायोमास हो, बायोमास मतलब वेस्ट प्रोडक्ट्स जितने भी हो, उससे हम सेपरेट करते हैं फाइनल प्रोडक्ट से. ओके. नेक्स्ट, अल्ट्रा फिल्ट्रेशन. इट ऑल्सो सेपरेट सब्सटेंस बेस्ड ऑन साइज यूजिंग सेमी परमिएबल मेम्ब्रेन. सो अल्ट्रा फिल्ट्रेशन जो है उस वो क्या करता है, जितने भी पार्टिकल्स है कैटेगरी वाइज, छोटा हो या फिर बड़ा हो, जैसे कि सबसे पहला पानी जब जाएगा तब बड़े बड़े पार्टिकल्स को अलग कर देगा, इसके बाद दूसरे फिल्ट्रेशन में जाएगा वहाँ से छोटे छोटे पार्टिकल्स, इसके बाद और अगर चाहिए तो दूसरा फिल्ट्रेशन उसमें भी छोटे छोटे जो चीज़ें हैं वेस्ट पार्टिकल्स है वो रिमूव होगा. नेक्स्ट इज रिवर्स ऑस्मोसिस यूज टू सेपरेट डिजॉल्व्ड सॉल्यूट्स फ्रॉम वाटर. नेक्स्ट, डिसइंफेक्शन टेक्नोलॉजी या फिर यूवी और ओजोन एडवांस ऑक्सीडेशंस to inactivate or eliminate microbial organisms. So please remember disinfection technologies. It is used to remove the infected microbials. Okay. Next is electrodialysis reversal. Uses electricity to separate water from dissolved salts. Next, thermal evaporation or crystallization to separate solute from a solution. Next is Jal Sanchay Jan Bhagidari. Jal Sanchay Jan Bhagidari initiative was launched from Surat, Gujarat. So it is basically a state government initiatives. Okay. So Jal Sanchay Jan Bhagidari, it seeks to conserve water with a strong emphasis on community partnership and ownership. It aims to construct around 24,800 rainwater harvesting structure. So next is other United Nations water conservation. So Ivory Coast joined United Nations water conservation. So Ivory Coast, I hope all of you know, it is also known as Cote d'Ivoire. It is in country in Western Africa. You can see it shares border with Atlantic. Shares border with Atlantic Ocean. Okay, it shares border with Atlantic Ocean. So its genesis adopted in Helsinki, legally binding. Okay, please remember United Nations Water Convention. It is a legally binding treaty. So India is not a party. Next, e-flow monitoring. E-flow monitoring. Union of Jal Shakti launched e-flow ecological monitoring system. So what is e-flow monitoring system? E-flow refers to flow required to meet ecological functions of the flora and fauna in the water body. Developed by National Mission for Clean Ganga or Namami Ganga. It will allow real-time analysis of the water quality of the Ganga, Yamuna and their tributaries. It will also allow monitoring of the Namami Ganga program activities at the central level. Okay, next. National Water Awards. So President of India award presented 5th National Awards in New Delhi. So ये अवार्ड कहाँ दिया जाता है? न्यू दिल्ली पे दिया जाता है. सो नोडल मिनिस्टर, सो प्लीज़ रिमेंबर वाटर का जो भी नोडल मिनिस्टर है वो है मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ जल शक्ति. इट एम्स टू क्रिएट अवेयरनेस अमंग पीपल अबाउट द इम्पोर्टेंस ऑफ वाटर. सो किन किन कैटेगरीज पे अवार्ड दिया जाता है, जैसे कि बेस्ट स्टेट्स, बेस्ट डिस्ट्रिक्ट, बेस्ट विलेज पंचायत, बेस्ट अर्बन लोकल बॉडी, बेस्ट स्कूल कॉलेज, बेस्ट इंडस्ट्री, बेस्ट वाटर यूजर एसोसिएशंस, बेस्ट इंस्टीट्यूशंस एंड बेस्ट सिविल सोसाइटी. ओके, सो इन सब स्टेटों में से सबसे बेस्ट स्टेट है ओडिशा. ओके, एंड सूरत गुजरात इज द बेस्ट अर्बन लोकल बॉडीज. अर्बन लोकल बॉडीज में से गुजरात पहले है, सूरत, और स्टेट में से ओडिशा सबसे ज़्यादा. ओके, नेक्स्ट इज ग्लोबल कमीशन ऑन द इकोनॉमिक्स ऑफ वाटर. So see, economics of water. What is the main importance of the use of the term economics of water? Economics of water. Economics basically deals in how to manage a crucial or rare items. So similarly, the main basic aim is to conserve. Okay. So Global Commission on Economics of Water released Economics of Water, valuing the hydrological cycle as a global common good. Next, water waste management. So we covered pollution from air pollution, now water, now waste. Okay, so Global Framework on Chemicals Fund. So Global Framework on Chemical Fund has launched its first project call for targeting safe and sustainable management of chemicals and waste. सो आप देख लीजिएगा. नेक्स्ट ई वेस्ट, ग्लोबल ई वेस्ट मॉनिटर 2024 वॉज रिलीज. सो कौन रिलीज करता है? इट इज़ रिलीज बाय द यूनाइटेड नेशन इंस्टीट्यूट फॉर ट्रेनिंग एंड रिसर्च सस्टेनेबल साइकिल प्रोग्राम एंड इंटरनेशनल टेलीकम्युनिकेशन यूनिशन. सो इन तीनों ऑर्गेनाइजेशन मिलके ये ग्लोबल ई वेस्ट मॉनिटर 2024 रिलीज करते हैं. ठीक है. नेक्स्ट इज इनका मेन काम क्या है, की हाईलाइट्स क्या है? कलेक्शन एंड रिसाइकलिंग. सो ई वेस्ट मैनेजमेंट इन इंडिया, जैसे कि हजार्डस वेस्ट अमेंडमेंट रूल्स 2003, ई वेस्ट रूल्स 2011, ई वेस्ट मैनेजमेंट रूल्स 2016, ई वेस्ट मैनेजमेंट रूल्स 2022, ई वेस्ट अमेंडमेंट रूल्स 2024. सो कुछ ऐसे हमारे इंडिया पे भी है. नेक्स्ट इज better waste management. So, environmental compensation guidelines. Environmental compensation guideline for better waste management was issued by the Central Pollution Control Board under the Better Waste Management Rule 2022. So, battery के लिए अलग से कुछ waste management rules हैं. About environmental compensation. So, what is environmental? So, environmental compensation 2022 rules empower the CPCB. So, who is CPCB? Central Pollution Control Board, to impose and collect environment compensations from producers and entities and involve reinforcement and recycling of waste batteries in case of non-compliance of the rule. Okay, so environmental compensation दिया जाएगा या फिर compensate करना पड़ेगा गवर्नमेंट को अगर बैटरी से कोई वेस्ट प्रोड्यूस होता हो तो. ठीक है. नेक्स्ट, environmental compensation regime 1. Environmental compensation will be levied to the producer for non-fulfillment of metal-wise EPR targets. Environmental compensation regime 2, you will leave to any entity for non-compliance of BWM battery waste management rules associated with an application fees. अगर आप नहीं मानते हो तो अप्लाई होगा आपके ऊपर. ठीक है. नेक्स्ट इज अदर टाइप्स ऑफ पोल्यूशन, कुछ जैसे कि प्लास्टिक पोल्यूशन. सो स्टेटस प्लास्टिक पोल्यूशन यूएनईपी, ये किसका है? यूएनईपी का, यूनाइटेड नेशन एनवायरनमेंट प्रोग्राम का है. इनिशिएटिव्स टेकन टू कर्व प्लास्टिक. सबसे पहले यूएनईपी देख लेते हैं. Annual plastic production has doubled from 2000 to 2019. So India ranked third in case of production. So please remember, India is ranking third on plastic pollution. So most common types of plastics and its uses are polyethylene terephthalate, high density of polyethylene, polyvinyl chlorides. Next, low density of polyethylene. Next is polypropylene, polystyrene. Okay. Chemical used in plastics and its human impact. So vinyl chloride, monomer in liquid and vapor form increases risk of liver and brain cancer. Benzene butadiene causes leukemias and lymphomas. Styrene in neurotoxic and a possible human carcinogen. And bisphenol A is a chemical used to make polycarbonate plastic. So this is something. So initiative taken to curb plastic pollution from global point of view: Global Partnership on Plastic and Marine Litter, International Convention on for the Prevention of Pollution from Ships. It is MARPOL, marine pollution. Okay, marine. Basel Convention means transboundary movements. Yes, and hazardous chemicals. Yes or no? Convention on Prevention of Marine Pollution by Dumping of Waste and Other Matters. From Indian point of view, Plastic Waste Management 2016, Single-Use Plastic Ban, UN Plastic Collectives and Life Mission Ban on SUP products. Next is microplastic. Microplastic are small plastic pieces less than 5 mm long, harmful to living organisms, as there are two categories of microplastic. So what are two categories of microplastic? One is primary microplastic and another is secondary microplastic. So primary are teeny particles designed for commercial use such as cosmetics, clothing, etc. Okay, so सबके लिए ये भी हार्मफुल है, आप लोग पता कर लेना. कॉस्मेटिक्स में भी प्लास्टिक यूज़ होता है जो हमारे शरीर या फिर स्किन या फिर जो भी हो अगर अंदर चला जाए तो लीवर के लिए भी हार्मफुल हो सकता है. ठीक है. सो नेक्स्ट इज प्लास्टिक ओवरशूट डे. सो प्लास्टिक ओवरशूट डे is report released by Earth Action. Please remember, it marks the point when the amount of plastic exceeds the world capacity to manage it. So plastic overshoot day. Overshoot day का मतलब ही क्या है कि जितना कैपेसिटी है उससे ज़्यादा प्रोडक्शन हो रहा हो या फिर ज़्यादा उससे ज़्यादा यूज़ हो रहा हो. ठीक है. सो ये कौन रिलीज करता है? अर्थ एक्शन. So it is determined based on a country's mismanaged waste index. Okay. Mercury pollution. Minamata Convention, I hope everyone know. Yes. So, United Nations Environment Program has launched $134 million initiative to phase out mercury measuring device in a healthcare project. Okay. Aim, phase out mercury thermometers and spirometer at a rate 20% annually and reduce mercury spillages. सो मार्कुरी पोल्यूशन कम करने के लिए जो थर्मोमीटर पे मार्कुरी या फिर जो यूज़ किया जाता है उसको कम करने का एम है इसके, ठीक है। मेंबर कंट्रीज लाइक, जैसे कि यहाँ पे देख लो इंडिया भी मेंबर्स है। सो प्लीज़ रिमेंबर मार्कुरी पोल्यूशन जो है, ये जो इनिशिएटिव है इसका मेंबर इंडिया भी है। सो मिनामाटा कन्वेंशन आप सब जानते हो मार्कुरी पोल्यूशन के लिए। यस। नेक्स्ट, persistent organic pollutants. So persistent organic, a comprehensive global study on persistent organic was done by United Nations Environmental Program and funded by the Global Environment Facility. Okay, persistent organic pollutant. There is a decline in the use of 12 POPs due to regulatory action taken globally since 2004. Use of DDT, dichlorodiphényl trichloroethane, and synthetic insecticides has decreased in human male samples by over 70% since 2004. So यहाँ पे ये बोल रहा है कि रेगुलेशन टाइट होने के कारण ये जो केमिकल्स है जो पहले पाया जाता था वो अभी नहीं हो रहा है, ठीक है। इन्फेक्टेड पीओपीज इम्पैक्ट ऑफ organic pollutants are linked to cancer, liver damage, decreased fertility, and increased risk of asthma, thyroid disease due to their endocrine disrupting properties. Next, pollutants in news: DCPA or dactyl. DCPA or dactyl. So what is this? So please, the U.S. Environment Protection Agency banned the weed-killing pesticides dimethyl tetrachloroethane, also known as DCPA or dactyl. So weed killing जो प्रैक्टिस था या फिर पेस्टिसाइड या फिर इंसेक्ट जो किलिंग था उसे बैन किया गया है, ठीक है। इट यूज्ड इन क्रॉप्स सच एज ब्रोकोली, ब्रुसेल्स स्प्राउट्स, कैबेज एंड ऑनियन। सो इन सब में ना यूज़ करने के लिए बोला गया है, क्योंकि इन ये अगर हम यूज़ करते हैं तो अल्टीमेटली ह्यूमन पे ही इफेक्टेड हो जाता है, जैसे कि लो बर्थ रेट, इम्पेयर्ड ब्रेन डेवलपमेंट एंड डिक्रीज IQ। बिस्फेनॉल ए जो हमने अभी देखा था, सो बिस्फेनॉल ए यूज्ड इन प्लास्टिक पैकेजिंग, okay, used in plastic packaging. These are also harmful to human beings. Next, pre and polyfluoroalkyl substances. So these are man-made chemicals used in everyday products. Next, terms in the news: soil acidification. I hope all of you know. So soil acidification, it is a process by which soil pH decreases over time. So pH मतलब pH जैसे कि अगर आप सबने केमिस्ट्री पढ़े हो तो जानते होंगे एसिड या बेस, ओके। तो जितना कम होता है उतना सॉइल एसिडिक हो जाता है। सॉइल एसिडिक होने के कारण सॉइल का फर्टिलिटी कम हो जाता है, ठीक है। सॉइल फर्टिलिटी अगर कम हो जाएगा तो प्रोडक्शन कम हो जाएगा, ठीक है। So factors exciting soil acidification like leaching of nitrogen, release of ammonia based fertilizers, organic residues and decomposition, release organic acid, reduce during active growth of stages, release CO2. Okay, next, biocover. A recent study has proposed a sustainable approach of microbial methane oxidation systems to control fugitive methane emissions from old dump sites. So biocover, porous material layer laid directly on the top of the landfill, which is then covered by an oxidizing layer of mature compost. So biocover is like something this, for example, when we dump waste products over a land, it creates a layer, and to decompose all these we also fix something like oxidizing layer over them. So this is known as biocover, okay. Next one is grasshopper effect. So what is grasshopper? Plastic and toxic chemicals from the world deposit and accumulate in the Arctic, making the Arctic a hemispheric sink. अब देख, दुनिया का जितना भी प्लास्टिक या फिर टॉक्सिक केमिकल्स हैं जो भी रिलीज हो रहा है, ठीक है, वो सब कहाँ पे जाके एक्यूमुलेट हो रहा है? वो सब आर्टिक पे जाके जमा हो रहा है, और वहाँ पे क्या हो गया? एक सिंक बन गया, मीन्स वहाँ पे सब डंपिंग हो रहा है। तो डंपिंग को क्या बोला गया है? इट इज एक्टिंग लाइक ए हेमिस्फेरिक सिंक, और वही सिंक मेथड्स को हमने बोला है ग्रासहॉपर इफेक्ट। This is transported on atmosphere and ocean currents from low latitude through a process known as global distillations and or the grasshopper effect. So please remember what is the grasshopper effect. It is not associated with anything like flying or any insects. It is just like dumping of waste products and which get accumulated over the Arctic. Next is aquatic deoxygenations and planetary boundaries. So aquatic deoxygenation is overall decline in the oxygen content of oceanic and coastal waters, okay. Reason for underscoring aquatic deoxygenations like global warming caused by greenhouse gases, warm surface layer in ocean leading to low oxygen, eutrophication like means maximum content of Jessica nutrient content. Okay. Next, carbonate compensation depth. Research indicate that carbonate compensation depth is expanding. So carbonate compensation depth is expanding. So it is defined as the water depth at which the rate of supply of calcium carbonate from the surface is equal to the rate of dissolution. So it is basically in the water we measure. Okay. So supply chain of calcium carbonate from the surface is equal to the rate of dissolution. In the deep ocean, carbonate particles in bottom submarine are supplied by the die-off of surfaces. Next is hydrogel. What is hydrogel? About hydrogel, hydrogel has a unique intertwined polymer network. Okay, that can bind a microplastic and degrade them using ultraviolet radiation. So hydrogel is something like decomposition of plastic products. Okay, next is what is bioplastic. Some smallholder farmers of Nagaland are replacing plastics with compostable bioplastic bags made from cassava stalk. So नागालैंड में कुछ ऐसा क्या हुआ कि कुछ फार्मर्स ने क्या किया है, प्लास्टिक को रिप्लेस करके उन्होंने बायोप्लास्टिक बनाया. उसका वो कहाँ से बनाया? cassava stalk. So they are bio-based polymers produced from renewable resources including carbohydrates and vegetables oils in the presence of microorganisms. Now स्टील स्लैग आप सबने पता होगा, स्टील स्लैग बहुत बार भी आता है न्यूज़ पे क्योंकि उसे रोड कंस्ट्रक्शन पे लगाया जाता है. It is a solid waste generated in the process of steel making. It is composed of oxides of calcium, iron and silicon and magnesium. Aerobiology advancement. What is aerobiology? Aerobiology is the study of the movement and impact of airborne biological particles and bioaerosols on the human, animal and plant health. Bioaerosols include bacteria, fungal spores, and pollen grains and viruses. Okay, so anything, any kind of disease or any kind of microorganisms created in the air. So these are all air biology advancements. What is gas flaring? Global gas flaring tracker report has been released by World Bank. So please remember, this year there are many lots of reports which are released by World Bank. Please remember, the question might there is a very high chances of coming a question from World Bank. Okay, or on the reports released by the World Bank. Okay, so global gas flaring tracker report released by World Bank. It refers to burning of the natural gas associated with oil extractions. Okay. Next, light pollution. Nighttime light pollution is linked to increased Alzheimer's risk. What is light pollution? It is excessive and inappropriate use of outdoor artificial light. Next is bio-bitumen. Indian Transport Ministry inaugurated India's first national highway made of bio-bitumen in Nagpur Bansar Bypass National Highway 44. What is bio-bitumen? It is a petroleum-free alternative to bitumen manufactured from organic minerals like biochar, stubble, and lignin. So bitumen is a black substance derived from distillation of crude oil known for adhesive properties. It is mainly used in road paving and waterproofing application. So something like petroleum-free alternatives, means petroleum alternatives. Next, miscellaneous white category industries. So white category, which are recognized as white category industries. White category sectors will now not require prior permissions of the state pollution control to establish and operate under the Air Act or Water Act. So what are white category industries? White category, these industries are the practically non-polluting and are categorized under the white category of by the Central Pollution Control Board. So please remember, okay, so they don't naturally or they don't generally emit pollutions to the environment. Emissions from rocket and satellite launch. Yes, obviously there is a maximum pollution caused when we launch a satellite or a rocket launch. Okay, so what are the atmospheric impacts of rocket launch? Aluminium and black carbon is released, carbon dioxide release, metallic ash, and even green rockets propel like hydrogen. Annual Land Use and Land Cover Atlas of India. Annual Land Use and Land Cover Atlas of India was released by National Remote Sensing Center. Please remember, National Remote Sensing Center. It aims to systematically examine utilization patterns. Okay. Next is Central Pollution Control Board. Yes, this is also important because Central Pollution Report to National Green Tribunal showed that 80% of the environmental funds remained unutilized. So, what is the specific concern? That we have a funds, but these funds remain unutilized. So, it is received as per the order of the Supreme Court. CPCB is a statutory body. Please remember, statutory body. It has been set up under the Act, Water Prevention and Control of Pollution Act 1974. It entrusted with powers and functions under Air Prevention and Control of Pollution Act 1981. Functions under the Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change. Please remember, CPCB Central Pollution Control Board runs under Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change. It also along state pollution control are responsible for implementation of the legislation relating to the prevention and control of environmental pollution. What are the other organizations in news? National Green Tribunal. Now, just only read. National Green Tribunal stated that Ganga River is facing floodplain encroachment. Okay, so floodplain encroachment. Okay, so what is the power of National Green Tribunal? Power of a civil code, power of a sumoto cognizance, power to grant relief in the form of compensation and damages to affected person. So, what is the mandatory disposal of cases within 6 months of filing? Appeal, its order binding but not final. So, these appeals are final. But in case, if some loopholes caused or some discrepancy has been appeared or caused, then the party can make an appeal to the Supreme Court. But in general case, there is no such appealing power. Okay. Next is Central Groundwater Board. We read about the first one. It is under Ministry of Jal Shakti. So its aim to develop and disseminate technologies and monitor and implement national policies for management of India's groundwater resources. So some of the initiatives like National Aquifer Mapping Management Program, Artificial Recharge Project, and Groundwater Regulation. What are the reports like Dynamic Groundwater Resource of India? This is an annual report. Okay, Groundwater Yearbook. Okay, next is Aquifer Mapping Report. Next is Committee for Air Quality Management. It is also a statutory body. Okay, it is also a statutory body for air quality management. It aims to achieve better coordination, research, and identification resolution problem relating to air quality index. Okay. From next day, we'll be starting with the topic 4. Okay. Please be with us, and if any doubts, please mention in the comment section. Okay. एंड अगर आप पहली बार मेरी वीडियो देख रहे हो प्लीज़ लाइक कीजिएगा, शेयर कीजिएगा एंड सब्सक्राइब कीजिएगा. कोई भी डाउट हो तो मेरे साथ पूछ सकते हो आप. ये सब लिंक फेसबुक या फिर यूट्यूब पे मिल जाएगा. ओके, थैंक यू हमारे साथ जुड़े रहने के लिए. थैंक यू वंस अगेन एंड बाय बाय. हैव ए गुड डे.